Welcome to the channel. In this video, we will be comparing the Lie Nielsen number 140 to the Veritas Skew Rabbit Plane. Stick with me. Alright, so here they are side by side. We have the Lie Nielsen and we have the Veritas. Now right away you're going to notice that they're different. This is the right-handed version, this is the left-handed version. They're the same though, it's just parts are flipped onto the other sides. So I can still do this review, don't yell at me. I will do a separate video that talks about which one to get, or which one do you need. Full transparency, it's probably going to be both, but we'll dive into that. So, to get some of these stats out of the way, both of them came out at 2 pounds, 1 ounces. I thought that was kind of funny. Lengthwise, the Lie Nielsen comes in at 6 9/16. The Veritas comes in at 6 7/16. So the Lie Nielsen is 1/8 of an inch longer. Widthwise, the Veritas is 1 3/4. The Lie Nielsen is 1 7/8. But they have a side plate that goes onto here. If you take that side plate off, then they match. They're both 1 3/4. Price-wise, this is where you're always going to see a difference when we compare Lie Nielsen versus Veritas. Lie Nielsen is always more expensive just from, I think, all of them. I don't know that I've ever seen one where Veritas was more expensive. But the Lie Nielsen, for the iron version of the 140, they call theirs the 140 because it's off of Stanley model. Veritas just calls it a Skew Rabbit Block Plane because they made their own style. So the Lie Nielsen for the iron, it comes in at $385 plus tax and shipping. Their shipping's pricey. For the Veritas, they offer 2 different iron types. The Lie Nielsen only offers A2 unless you find an old one. If you find an old one with an unmarked iron, then it's O1. Veritas offers it in O1, PMV11, and I think A2. I feel like they're phasing out A2, but either way, to buy this one, they call it the Skew Rabbit Block Plane. I think I said that. To buy this one, for PMV11, it's $239. In O1, it's $229. They do free shipping, so all you'd have to worry about there is the tax. So, on that note, when we're talking about which one to use, which one do I need, left or right, you can get the Veritas version in a pair, left and right versions, in PMV11 for $419. In O1, you can get the pair for $394. Now remember, they do free shipping, or it might be $399. I can't read my writing. Either way, basically, you can get 2 Veritas for the price of a Lie Nielsen. So that might have made your decision right there for you. Personally, it made the decision for me, but I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So these planes are as they come. So Veritas includes a fence. Lie Nielsen, well, I mean the wooden piece. So Veritas includes this wooden piece. Lie Nielsen does not, just this bronze piece. Let me show you the planes first, and then we'll take them apart and look at them side by side. So here is the Veritas. Lie Nielsen. So the first thing, let's look at the fences. So I do like that Lie Nielsen has a longer fence, more of a reference area. It's like so close. I'd say maybe like a hair of an inch longer than the wooden piece that comes on the Veritas. This one is a screw down this way. This is a thumb screw this way. Now the rods, because this is just going to make it easier to maneuver the plane. So for the Veritas, you just unscrew this. There you go. And this locks onto here by just tightening this. For the Lie Nielsen, it's a screw because it's off Stanley. And then it tightens into here. Sorry for the sharp cut there, the sharp edit. I was rambling on about fences and the range of motion that they have and which one goes farther, and that doesn't matter because you can change out the wooden pieces, thicker or thinner. So I was basically talking to myself out loud and cut the whole thing out. Alright, so let's take them apart and look at their specs. we already went over the specs, but let's take them apart. All right, so when it comes to this is more comfortable to me, the way that this fits into my hand versus this hump, because that's not really, it's not shaped how I'd want it to be shaped. This is shaped to your hand. See that? It's shaped to fit right there in the crux. So I love that about the cap. The other thing that's good about this is it has this piece right here, which gives it a lot more contact surface, which means you're going to have a lot less backlash and chatter and stuff like that with this versus just this little nib touching the iron. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw them upgrade that. Now this has a side plate on it because this comes off. So when this comes off, it's right there. It lines up with it. I don't know how to explain it. Like that. This doesn't need that because it has this wall. Now irons, they are the same size. I can't speak to the bevel angle because these were both used. And I don't know what people have them at, and I'm not changing them or anything like that. But they are the same width. Now when it comes to the adjusters, this is where you're going to see a big difference too, which is standard across the board when it comes to Lie Nielsen versus Veritas. Veritas uses a Norris style adjuster, and almost all of their planes have lateral. When you get into the non-bench style, or what I call like the specialty planes, the jointery planes with Lie Nielsen, they don't have lateral adjustments. So you're moving it with your hand, you're tapping it with an iron. This has it right here, so you can adjust it. When it comes to the lateral movement on a skew plane, in my opinion, it's very important because you have to get everything to line up. You have to try to get it to be flush and to match, and with this you're tapping and trying to fiddle with it. When this you can adjust here. The other thing, it brings me into my next point. The Veritas has set screws. So there's a set screw there. See it in here? Nope, because of the light. There you go. Set screw here. No, is that a set screw? It is. It's just covered in gunk. This isn't mine. I borrowed it. On that note, so I have to give a shout out to J.R. Norris. He makes some phenomenal jointer's mallet. So this is actually a new line that he's going to be making. It's called the Little Giant Mallet. So I wanted something smaller that doesn't have this real long handle like you typically see on jointer's mallets and a really big head. I wanted something smaller, but it still had the heft to do what I needed to do. So we designed this one together, and it is exactly what I was looking for. If you guys know Bacote, it's not that heavy, so he actually drilled a 3/4 inch brass rod into here so it adds more weight. And he also stamped it #1, which I thought was really cool because it's the first one in the line that he's making. I also wanted the handle to be blockier. I want to point that out because he doesn't normally do that with his handles. I had surgery on my wrist and I needed something that was better for my hand. The other thing is he makes infill mallets, which is where it has the brass that wraps all the way around. So this is his personal mallet. He sent it to me to try out because I was trying to figure out if I wanted an infill or a normal one. But this is his personal one, so he makes this style as well. And again, he just does, I mean, look at all the details. He just does a phenomenal job. So I'll put a link to his information down below. All right, let's get back to it. So yes, he needs to clean out his plane. That's how we got on that tangent. I apologize. So there's a set screw here, a set screw here, and a set screw here. As you can see them on the insides. So what all of these do is they help you keep the iron in place. Okay, because there's going 2 from here and 1 from this side, they help hold it there. You can also use it to micro adjust. So if you see that you're a little off and maybe you have everything tightened down and this isn't adjusting too well, then you can adjust these screws to micro adjust this to get it lined up exactly where you want it. So that's a huge bonus to me because the Lie Nielsen does not have any kind of set screw. It doesn't have any kind of lateral. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that you might have noticed is the mouth. So Lie Nielsen does not have an adjustable mouth. That's not cracked, it's just wax. Lie Nielsen does not have an adjustable mouth. The Veritas does. Okay? It also has the stop. Well, now I jammed it. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. It also has the stop up here. So like they do in their bevel up planes, you can tighten this or loosen this and it creates a stop so it doesn't smack into your iron. So in my opinion, that's a huge perk because sometimes with these skew planes, you want to take a very fine shaving and you need to adjust the mouth, or you're working on crazy grain and you need to adjust the mouth. Veritas can, Lie Nielsen can't. Now let's look at that side plate that the Lie Nielsen has. So there's a screw up here that you undo. Don't hit your knob. And then there's a screw back here, which, there we go. You end up hitting this when you use a screwdriver, unless you're using like a super narrow, see I'm hitting it again, but you can't really do this when everything's in there because the iron and stuff, but, oh, the screw fell out. I don't want to lose that, so I'm going to put it back. It's at an annoying angle because it's not straight on, it's like at a diagonal, so that's why there we go. I just wanted to get that back in there a little bit so I didn't lose it. So there's the side plate. They are both made out of ductile iron. The reason they included a side plate is to give it the strength, because if you don't have this on there, then this right here is really weak. I know it's still ductile iron, but that's the only thing, this piece right here, that's holding this part to that part. So that's why they have that included. And if you need to use this as a rabbet plane, which in my opinion is kind of like the whole point that you buy this is as a rabbet plane, you have to take that fence off. Or just leave it off or whatever, but that's what the fence does on that. When you put the fence on, it pretty much turns it into, I guess, a normal plane with just a skewed iron. So we tighten this back down. So when you get to the Veritas, you don't need that because they have this going up here, so it has all the strength it needs because it has this entire wall and then it has this here. So it doesn't need to fumble with all of that plate because it's got it there. This one does have the indent on the side here. The Lie Nielsen also has the indent on the side. I like the shape of this better. It fits my thumb. But I wonder if... Well, no, that fits too. I was holding it right-handed. That fits too good. The thing I forgot to mention when it comes to lateral adjustment, if you guys know Lie Nielsen planes, you know that this is an issue that they haven't corrected yet. Once you have everything locked down and you adjust the depth, the way that the iron sits on here, and everything is locked down, it tends to move the iron side to side when you tighten or loosen, just because of the design of how this rests into the back of the iron. With the Norris style and this sitting into a hole, that doesn't happen. So there you have it. I do have to apologize if this sounds like it was biased at all. I think what I'm learning and just doing all of these comparisons where it's Lie Nielsen versus Veritas, that Veritas is just sweeping the rug with Lie Nielsen when it comes to being innovative, thinking about the end user, and including a bunch of different features for a lot cheaper price. Where when you look at the Lie Nielsen, yes, they feel like quality in the hand. I mean, so does Veritas, but they just took Stanley and copied it. There was a couple things that they changed. I have a whole series that looks at that, but they made better metals because we have better metals now. They machined it better because we can machine things better now. So I again apologize if this sounded biased in any way. Obviously, the Veritas is packed with a ton of features. The Lie Nielsen is still a good plane. So whichever one you guys pick, you're going to be happy with it. If you guys have any questions, anything like that, feel free to let us know down below. If there was a spec or anything that I missed that you have questions on, again, let us know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good one.